There is a rising trend, obviously, in using AI at a minimum as a tool. Understand the legal landscape of what that is, what's going to happen, and what the long play is with using AI. It's so important. You don't make music in order to have it fail. And should something do really well as your star rises, so do the problems. If you're utilizing AI right now in your creative process, you might make music, you might make cover art, you might make videos. This video is 100% for you. I do intellectual property. I'm an AI lawyer, but I am really hyper-focusing on the legal issues and the solutions that are available to you guys related to your AI creations. So the one thing I kind of started with today is looking at monetization, because I reach out to all my multimedia clients who are incorporating AI into their creative process right now. And I go, give me the skinny. I want to know the money you're making. How are you monetizing? And for the problems that I am here to help you overcome, let's talk about it. So if you're excited, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let's jump into it. So what if you are using AI 100%? Do you own your AI creation? Can you get copyright? We're going to cover that in this video. But what if you're just using it as a tool? Does it change the analysis at all? And the answer is yes. So there is a rising trend, obviously, in using AI at a minimum as a tool. And where I'll start with this is, well, what about copyright? So here in the United States, in any case, and I will say that a lot of our neighboring countries are very similar to what I'm about to say, but what I am speaking to is US law. Some of the copyright updates that we have heard from the Copyright Office have to do with that question on, well, if something is 100% AI created, can you get copyright registrations and do you have protection? And the answer is no. If it's 100% created by AI, meaning you just put in a couple of prompts, hey, I need a song that kind of sounds like this, and all you did was provide the prompts, then the Copyright Office says, you know what? No, you're not going to get copyright protection, because the analysis is if your creative thing is made by a machine, you don't get copyright protection as the author. But the way you can kind of sneak around that issue is by having some aspect of your creative thing that you did create. So for example, lyrics. If you create your lyrics, you go through the process and you create an instrumental bed around that, then you're actually good to go. You would be able to get a copyright registration, but this is so very important. You have to make sure to disclose, tell the Copyright Office what portions of your creative thing were created with AI. And so I actually do like a full training on this, which is beneficial to you for two reasons. One, it shows you how to file a copyright all by yourself, so you can go through it step by step. But then I have a special little section where I show you if you do have something that contributed, right, AI wise, what you do with that in your registration so you don't get into trouble. So that's number one on just your general analysis on, well, the current state of copyright law is that you have to be careful, because if you register the wrong way, if you don't disclose, you can run into all kinds of problems, all right? And we do want you getting your copyright registrations because it's so important. Here's the thing. You don't make creative stuff, you don't make music in order to have it fail. And should something that you create, such as a song, do really well, well, you know what? That means there's going to be a lot more eyes on you. And that's usually when problems come up. As your star rises, so do the problems. If you're needing legal help, feel free to reach out to Delgado Entertainment Law, which is my firm. We offer free case evaluations with our case manager. So just meaning you don't have to make any kind of commitment. We'll just see how we can help you. Feel free to call us. You can text, you can email. We look forward to hearing from you. So then, one of the other questions is, well, what about fair use? This is so big, because right now, pretty much every major music AI company is being sued for alleged copyright infringement. And then what was amazing is that in their responses and their answers to these complaints, they go, well, you're alleging that we, the music AI company, used copyrighted stuff, meaning other people's songs. We used other people's songs, we gave it to the AI to train, and we didn't license anything. We didn't pay anything. And they admitted in their answers that they did that. And so that was huge. But what they're claiming is fair use. They're like, you know what? We think that pursuant to copyright law, it's fair use because we're transforming what the songs are. And that is an actual legal theory to defend against, copyright claims. So we don't know where this is going to fall, because when it comes to generative AI, none of the courts have actually come down and created clarity on this, because it's on a case by case kind of analysis, right? But that's why you're going to subscribe to this channel, because we're literally covering this every single day so you get the most current news. So make sure you subscribe. All right, so then licensing. This was a big thing on my mind today. As I reached out to some of my clients, I go, when we do sync licensing for our clients and we're getting your music into, let's say, TV and film and games, this is where you can make the big bucks. And you don't need to have a brand. This is the thing where your brand does not matter. We don't care how much you're posting on social media. We don't care what your numbers on Spotify look like. And it's because the TV show just needs a song. It needs a song that fits the vibe for that particular scene. They need to just find your music. So this is a great way to really make a lot of money. And like myself, for my music, I have had really big placements and made a ton of money. And you just can't even compare it to streaming most of the time. So in any case, there's that. But then I go, okay, in the realm of music AI or AI music, and being able to get that into sync opportunities, well, there are still licensing concerns in that you need to always make sure that you are disclosing what aspects of your music were created, because there might be issues for the TV show. Because, a lot of these TV shows end up like licensing their programs, right? They're like, hey, I'm going to be on Netflix for the next year. Hey, I'm going to be over on Hulu for another year. And they have to clear all of the music in order to like basically do good business. You always need to make sure that even if you are kind of building up a library of AI generated music, you have to disclose that to whoever you are licensing the music to, whoever you're selling the music to. And what's kind of interesting is that we look at platforms like, there's the Spotify, right? Spotify, Amazon Music, but even Deezer recently came out and was like, hey, we've come up with this proprietary patent pending tech where we can detect with basically 100% certainty what music is created with AI. And we're going to put a little notice on our platform for the music that is made with AI. So we're actually going to tattle. How do you feel about that? If you're a music creator, do you want people knowing that you utilize AI in your music creation process? Not all music platforms are doing this right now, but I'm like, Deezer's the first. And then I bet Spotify will do the same. Because I do see that these companies are having so much pressure put on them of just like, look, tech and AI is taking away jobs from other creatives, right? The real artists, so to speak. And so they are trying to, with Deezer, they go, we're trying just to be like, we're not going to pay the AI music. We're going to make sure that the people who are like songwriters and music producers, that their jobs aren't getting taken away, their royalties aren't getting taken away. It's a really interesting conversation as far as like companies that are making these decisions to create a bifurcation on like, this is you and this is you, and we're not going to mush it all together because we think that the mushing it all together with the AI music is creating too much dilution. So anyway, so there's licensing opportunities, but there's also licensing concerns, right? Now, what about contractual issues? We've looked at this for terms of service for these different music AI platforms. I'm always like, what do they say as far as your ability to own your stuff? Because some of these platforms, like right now, Refusion, it's in beta mode, but Refusion is like exciting. And some of you are like, it's better than Suno, it's better than Udio. We looked at their terms of service and they're like, yeah, you can use it right now, but you can't use it for anything commercially. Definitely a big no-no. And they have all this other contractual language that right now, it may change, okay? But as of right now, concerning. And other platforms will just be like, hey, we're like letting you know that if you put your music up into our system to use AI to help finish your song, you putting your song into our system gives us the right to use your song, gives us the right to train our AI. Your song may end up inadvertently in someone else's song. You can't do anything about that if that's the case. So for me, like truly speaking to a creative right now who wants to and is utilizing AI as a tool for what you're doing, cool. AI is really incredible. You do need to keep some of these things in mind as far as what's going to happen and what like the long play is with using AI. So the other thing with privacy and ownership concerns, that goes with the terms of service, right? Do you own what you are creating? You have to read the terms. And I do these deep dives for you guys, so you can go and watch these videos. I'm doing a new updated terms of service for Udio, because as they update their contracts, you guys have to sign. I will review them. I will tell you what they say. Okay. So pros, it's incredible to use AI as a tool to assist in your creative process. And some of you are using it as the whole process, right? You do utilize it as AI artists to do inputs and all that kind of thing. If that's you, leave a comment down below, okay? And then for a lot of business owners, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than going and hiring a music producer and asking them to do something from scratch versus literally going and using an AI platform to generate something for you. I mean, it's like the difference of hundreds and thousands versus dollars, okay? And then there's less clearance efforts. So I do understand and I see the path of why there are now AI artists. There are people who are really utilizing AI as truly a tool in your process and to try to help you understand the legal landscape of what that is, because right now, the way that, copyright law is, it's not set up to like protect you as an AI artist, for sure. And even the Copyright Office said in a recent, report, they're like, we're not even going to discuss having like other laws put into place for AI, because you know what, these AI companies, they have enough. They're doing fine. We don't need to come up with something special for them. Copyright law is meant to protect you creatives. So what are the solutions? Solutions here are going to be just like practical tips, right? Read the term service. If you are using these platforms, know what it says that you can and cannot do. So important. And let me help you with that, okay? Because I'm going to cover most of them that you guys use. You have to make sure you are copywriting your stuff, okay? So really try to use AI as a tool, not as the entire thing. That's always going to be the best bet for you, just to be able to actually get copyright registration. And you want those registrations, because in order to give me a call and you're like, Crystal, they're infringing my song, they stole it. In order for me to go and file a lawsuit for you, I need that piece of paper that is your copyright registration. If you don't have that, you're exposed. Anyone can come and take your stuff and you can't do anything about it. And then of course, we want to make sure that you're licensing properly. And if you are using AI, just make sure it's kind of disclosed as part of that process. And then of course, always just stay informed. Okay. That's why you're going to subscribe to this channel. And that's why we're going to stay friends forever, is that I just want to help you through this, because this is such a weird time for sure, but it's also exciting. All right, so make sure you subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Top Music Attorney.